everybody, it's Derek with the Swarm here, bringing you a recap from the CWL Invite League Week 1 action. In this one, we went up against PwC. We're able to pull off the 8-star victory here with a 15, 16, 19 breakdown. There was some scores a little skewed because they had some issue with one of their players getting banned, and it was multiple counts or something, so that's why some of their attacks are not used. But either way, we did a excellent job clearing the 11s very efficiently, perfect on dips, and had 8 10v10 3 stars. So we'll go ahead and jump into some attacks because we've got a lot of them. The 8 10v10s, all that. First up, we have Brady, who got a pseudo 6-pack. Decides to name his accounts the exact same thing and make it extra confusing, try and find replays. So he comes in here with kind of a suicide queen, wanting to get that 80, that Inferno Tower. Because we have so much, we'll just kind of do these at a little bit quicker. Then the king comes in with some Valks, just wanting to rip up that core. As everything kind of goes down, using poison on the loon, wants to get the queen, as much of the core as he can. I'm sure he wanted to get both the sweepers. Unfortunately, they will not go down. We'll get one of the expos, but not both of the sweepers. Kind of cause a little bit of issue here as this raid goes on. Chasing the loons into this first air defense, which will then go right into the Inferno Tower. Taking care of that, and then just looting the rest of the base. Does have 2 haste, 2 heals. I'm just kind of going to support the loons all the way through as the hound pops. Just kind of loons all alone. They do have quite a bit of point defense left and a couple of those max wizard towers, but it's really just getting everything in, healing them as they, the best he can, and then moving across the space. That one sweeper is just an absolute pain. It continues to cause issues on this raid all the way through. You can see he's starting to lose some loons, and he continues to lose some loons all the way through. Some minions do end up coming down, and that ends up working out really well to go ahead and take out that expo. So it came very, very close, a lot closer than what you probably would have thought kind of a minute through. But either way, nice job. Got the 3-star. That's all. That's all you can really ask for, because it's tough to do, and you need a lot of these. Great job, Brady. Next up is Brady's other account. That's why he got a pseudo 6-pack, which got number 9 here. I believe this was on a recap before. I know one of the bases was 8 or 9. I can't recall. I didn't write it down. I think it was 9. But either way, it's a really cool attack. I like it. Goes ahead and use that baby drag to set up that funnel. Some hasted loons to get in there and take out, that wizard tower. And hopefully, it would have hopefully taken out that cannon. Unfortunately, it didn't. This king's going to come down, a wizard will come down to start setting the funnel on the right side. Really just wanted to clear all the trash out for the queen to go in and take out an 80 defensive queen and whatever else she can get. So in comes the queen, a few wall breakers come in with those barbs, still tanking all those defenses, so they're able to get in there nice and easy. Goes ahead, takes out 2 Teslas, 80 queen. I mean, that's a lot of value. Now it sets up a really nice loon pathing all the way around this base, just kind of making that nice L shape with easy spots to go ahead and heal and rage all the way through. So as this base starts going down, healing over the wizard towers, raging all through all these compact defenses, hasting again and allowing everything along, and raging over the final Inferno Tower, picks up the last of the defenses and just clears all the trash with the pups, minions. Fortunately, I don't know why he did this, decides to put that archer where he can go grab everything, because if Brady's going to do an attack, I guess he's got to do a Brady thing in the attack. So all right as he goes ahead and finishes off this base, the hound does pop. So nice job, Brady. Two triples for him. Next up we have GCH. Dang it, I wrote down his number, not the base. So it is there, yeah. Well, he's number 12 on the map, but he 3-starred number 10. doing. Okay, good. Another suicide hero, I believe. Yeah, this one, right? Yeah, so he's gonna come in here, and take out, get an 80, and the AQ, this an AD, the two ADs and an AQ, and hopefully the Inferno Tower. Does not come down, doesn't end up getting the Inferno Tower, but getting the Queen is much more valuable because it saves all those spell space that he wouldn't need, and does get that Sweeper, which is not critical to the attack, but it certainly makes it a lot easier because his Lalo now is totally, doesn't have that, it doesn't have to deal with a Sweeper at all. That always has some value to it. And just coming in with his hounds and his loons, and it's going to just be a ton of loons with a ton of spells going across this base. Nice thing when they were so compacted, these hounds are able to tank so many of the defenses, and these loons are just able to kind of move very, very quickly through all the through all the defenses and just kind of continue on their way. So raging and healing through the Wizard Tower farm with 3 Wizard Towers and an Inferno, or 3 Wizard Towers and a Tesla, of all their point defense. But just raging over the last little bits of defenses, just kind of going on through that Wizard Tower and that Inferno Tower are taking out a lot of loons, doing a ton of damage, just because they're able to hit so many of them. And then here is really where things start falling, because the Inferno Tower has been beating on these loons for quite some time. And with one little loon left and a whole bunch of pups, he goes ahead and finishes off this base. Then the loon just goes ahead and chases the king around for the rest of the raid, which is always kind of funny to see. Oh, that's nice. Good job, GCH. It was a good war. We're always be very successful when a bunch of other people are picking up the flag, getting things done. Next, we have Evan coming in. Evan did get a 10v10 6-pack, so absolutely great job. Congratulations to you. That's very impressive. And the fact of what your second attack was, which we'll see here in just a minute. So he's coming in with suicide heroes to get, I don't know, I think there's 2 or 3 Teslas up top, and the Archer Tower is the air defense is just really, really well done. Takes out a lot of the valuable kind of portions of the space. Does pop that Queen ability, which ends up leading to the CC pulling. So he could have just not dealt with that, but I don't blame him at all, because definitely thought the Queen would get in and get at least another defense. In comes the Skelly spell with the Rage, and then Loon's just moving all across this base, taking everything out, and then just finishing up over at the far end, but just totally wrecking this base, and went so quickly. All the loons came in at the right time, very, very fast. Exactly what he needed. They're just raging them through. So they just, even when they were dying, they were taking out defenses, taking out anything that matters, doing to the base. Then just clearing out the rest of the trash to pick up the 3-star here. Again, it's always fun to watch loons go ahead and chase a king. At least I find it humorous. Except when the attack is actually live, that's no fun. Why would it be? And then Evan's other attack, and he had to use dragons, so I'm sure he was very, very happy to do this. It was kind of a well done attack. So it comes in with a couple giants, the minions, and the queen. The queen's going to want to just take out those 2 air defenses, the king and a couple wizards to take out another air defense, and then just to clear some trash for the king. So as then his dragons come in, has a nice kind of path for them just to funnel right into that first Inferno Tower, right into the core. It does kind of get 2 paths here, because there's that top pack and then that bottom pack. The bottom pack's losing a lot of health. There's just a ton of point defense down at the bottom hitting them. That middle one is just able to kind of keep going through the base, and getting things done, taking out a lot of the core. Those loons do come in and really start assisting his bottom group of dragons. Just start running low on dragons, but all the ones that are alive have like tons of health, so kind of not not the end of the world for him at all, because they have so much health and they're just kind of going to be able to overpower this base. So finishing up, taking out the Inferno Tower, and from there it's just kind of time, but not enough of it to be an issue. Great job, Evan. Awesome war for you. We still got a couple more or 3 more of these left. So next, I came in on odd here, and one of my buddies. So we had a nice little banter. That it was a race to who could triple the other one first, kind of. So come in with Suicide Heroes. Go ahead. The king is just gonna go up, kind of clear trash, take out the defensive king. And the queen, I just want to take out the those 2 ADs and the defensive queen. Go ahead, pop the queen ability, get the my queen dead. The really nice thing kind of there is the queen ended up walking, so she cleared a couple of the defenses. So balloon pathing came really easy right to the ADs. Then just kind of coming in with all these loons, freezing the sweeper and the Inferno Tower, raging through the core, healing the backside, and then raging again to just take out this base. Completely coming in with tons and tons of loons, just to absolutely smash everything. Then my personal favorite part of this raid is I just haste these loons away because I forgot I still had a haste, just to kind of run away from those ups. Which I'm recording this, it's a lot less funny than when I was doing this attack at like in the morning. So I'm pretty happy with it. I can click the right thing. Next, we have Joanne. One here. And another Suicide Hero base. This one took a little bit, took quite a few attacks. It was absolutely beautiful attack though to finally get this like perfect timing. Everything came in really well. Goes ahead, just wants to take out these 2 wizard towers, like the main goal of this attack, and then to get as many of the point defense as possible. As that happens, there is a Tesla that pops up right by this archer tower, so quite a few loons in there. Then just some more loons coming in from all sides, and then just going to be able to kind of cover this base in stages. As everything starts getting in, rages start coming down. The loons coming in at 9 early is really what sets this raid up, because it makes this big pack initially just go right to the air defense, to the Inferno Tower. And it was the perfect adjustment to fix the fails on this base from previous attempts. So as everything's kind of moving through, taking out the last couple defenses, there is quite like that little death area up top, because there's Red Bomb, Air Skellies, and that Wizard Tower. They're causing quite some issues at the end of this raid, the end of raids and these cleanup attempts. And then from there, just cleared out that Expo, and then all the rest of the trash. But plenty of pups up around the base, got a few. No big deal. Picks up the 3-star. Great job, Joanne. Awesome attack. Great adjustments. Do this, finishes off that final little bit. Last but not least, we have Soko on 21. With our final 10v10. Like I said, the 10s really well. So did the 9s. The 9s and I mean, it was really just an overall great performance for the clan. A lot of things went very well. So in comes Queen. This is like a Suicide Queen. She's gonna go ahead and just set the funnel for the King and the Valks. They can go in and like gut the base. Nice thing the Queen wanted to do is get this Tesla farm, get all this point defense. Got 4 Teslas and 3 Archer Towers, which is a ton of value. and then just kind of gutting out what can be gutted out of this base. Then in comes the Lalo section, targeting that Inferno Tower directly. Coming in, taking that out, then just coming in loons on the top, hastening them in all around. To go ahead and just kind of collapse this base, make a nice little runway for the loons to go down the middle of the base, and just take things out from there. As loons come in, collapse Odd, the Inferno Tower. There's just really the Inferno Tower and these last Wizard Towers, but he gets two packs of loons, which do a great job of kind of negating the effectiveness of that Wizard Tower. And then from there, just sort of rash cleanup. It's definitely one of those wars with everything that you can just see it's a very powerful attack to do. A Suicide Heroes, like you had ones who didn't get Inferno Towers, didn't get ADs, didn't get the Queen or ADs or Inferno Tower, still were able to get that. Next we'll get some 9 action. So first up we have So19 coming in on 21 and following the 10's kind of Suicide Hero method of just taking out the Queen. I didn't check if this was a cleanup or not, so I'm guessing it wasn't, just based on there wasn't like a ground only targeting CC. And so this Queen goes ahead, just sets up funnel, takes out some defenses, took out the Queen. Just gonna go ahead and start the Lalo right here, and that'll kind of be that. Some goblins do come out, baby dragon wizards, double poisoning them to really just take all that out, because that's like the last threat to this raid. There's gonna be so many loons, so many hounds up, kind of just not gonna be able to stop this. So as all the loons come in, collapsing everything, targeting all these outside buildings, just allowing a big pack to kind of roam through the middle of the defenses. It kind of wasn't like a middle runway exactly, because the storage in the middle kind of pushed everything out. Then just coming over that Tesla farm, and just taking that out pretty easily with so many loons. Didn't have to use a spell or anything. So it goes ahead and swags 4 spell space. Now 6 spell space. And a loon and an archer. So great job, So19. Next up, we have Filthy Unit on 32. This was these raids. 9's like just really killed it. They're doing a Queen charge with a Lalo and some baby drags. Quite an interesting combination of attacks. So Queen wants to kind of charge, take out the defensive Queen, and then Quake open the base to get her to go in where he wants and get more value. So the Tesloon's kind of going in there just to pull that CC with the air targeting portion only, which is kind of a really smart thing to do. Even if they have like goblins and Valks, a baby drag, because it would just pull like the baby drag, so you can kind of avoid that, and the Queen could have taken it out. In comes the rage for the Queen to just take out the defensive Queen. And then the King and the Bowlers are really just taking out an AD and kind of getting what it can get, as far as throwing rocks over the walls. So as the Queen comes in, she has quaked, the base has been quaked open for her, so she can kind of get access to everything. In comes a baby dragon to take out the cannon, town hall, kind of piecing them together. Queen walks up at the kind of perfect direction to go get 2 ADs, go get the just a bunch of defenses, and the Lalo is going to start at the bottom half there, as the Hound kind of has passed through soaking up any traps, taking out what some defenses for the loons to get in there. Does have that one rage spell still, so this raid is really not in doubt. Tons of baby drags, 2 up, 2 left in the bag, and then it's kind of just picking where to put them. There's just not enough defenses, only the 1 wizard tower and the pups that are the big threats at this point in the raid. Go ahead, take out the pups, and just clear the rest of this. Swagging a rage, essentially a baby dragon, and queen ability. So great job, filthy unit. Last but not least, we have Joanne coming in, and this raid is deceptive. I mean, it smashed this base, and it could have been a lot better. Yeah, this queen dies on this little walk. That doesn't happen. It's kind of scary to think how effective this raid would have been. But you know you have like a great plan when your best offensive troop dies early in the raid, and you still just smash this base. So the queen comes in, just gonna go ahead and take out some defenses, and just has many little Tesla farm that's there. The queen, get some air skellies, no big deal. Fortunately, there's quite a bit of point defense on her, and because that rage was missed and the ability had to be burned as well, the queen does go down. In comes the bowlers, the double poison on the CC, which allows that dragon to die. Thankfully, it's not very fast or anything attack speed wise, so it kind of, with the poisons, it was able to not really clear out the kill squad. So as everything's kind of was up in that core tanking, just hogs coming in all over this base, a loon taking out a mortar, just finishing off. Doesn't still, like, you know, wagging a heal spell on just how well it ended up going. Still had a healer up at the end of this raid, which is absolutely awesome. Finishes it off, gets the 3-star. Nines had a great performance. I didn't write down what they actually did percentage wise, but it was pretty insane. I think they scouted almost every 10 and cleared 9s. So that's a great job. So great job to everybody here at the Swarm. Good job to you guys over at PwC. Hopefully future weeks will continue to improve. Next week, do I know? Oh, I do. Next week we have WHF, so that'll be a pretty big matchup. We just faced them a couple weeks ago. They're reloaded for season 2. They coming off a win in week 1. So until